Hello guys! Today on Brighter Life Institute, I want to talk about attachment style and how your attachment style and the attachment style of your partner can affect your relationship. Let's do that. Welcome to Brighter Life Institute. I'm Alicia. If this is the first time that you visited my channel, I welcome you to click on the subscribe button so you can be notified when I post a new video. I want to talk to you today about attachment style and how those attachment styles can affect our relationship with our partner. The attachment theory argues that is strong emotional and physical bond with one of our primary caregiver in our first year of life is crucial to our development. If our bonding is strong and we are securely attached, then we feel safe to explore the world. We know that there is always that safe base which we can return anytime. If our bond is weak, we feel insecure, attached, we are afraid to leave or explore rather scary looking world because we are not sure if we can return. Attachment is the ability to make emotional bond with other people. It starts at birth and continues into early and later. It is a way to relating to another person. The type of attachment you had with your mother or main caregiver can affect your relationship as an adult. From this first attachment relationship, you have a blueprint that affects later relationship. When emotional needs are met and responded to, this can have a long-term effect. This is called an insecure attachment. There are four main attachment styles. These include secure, anxious-ambivalent, anxious-avoidant, and disorganized. This attachment can shape the way you react and behave in your adult relationship, especially with a romantic partner. Understanding this pattern can help you learn what you need and how to overcome problems. Let's explore the people that have a secure attachment style. A secure attachment style. People with a secure attachment style have an empathy. They can set boundaries. They are satisfied in their close relationship and feel safe and stable. As a child, your parents were probably good at responding to your need and managing their own stress in a healthy way. People who have a secure relationship have a good sense of self-worth, openly express feeling, early ask and give support, like being with others, but don't get anxious if they are not. So they are quite comfortable to be by themselves alone. it's a big deal. People who are securely attached are said to have a great trust, can connect to others, as a result, are more successful in life. There is one type of secure attachment. Now we're going to explore the people that have an insecure attachment style. People that have an insecure attachment style. Insecure attachment tend to mistrust others, lack social skills, and have problems forming relationships. There are 3 types of insecure attachment. People with anxious attachment style. Adults with an anxious attachment style are often afraid. People with an anxious attachment style. The anxious. Adults with an anxious attachment style are often afraid or even incapable of being alone. They seek intimacy and closeness and are highly emotional and dependent on others. This presence of the loved one appears to be a remedy of their strong emotional needs. An anxious individual may be insecure about where they stand in the relationship, and whatever their partner love them as much they do in return. The slightest disappointment or sign of rejection from a partner could be harmful to the already low self-esteem. They fear to be alone. They fear to be alone and rejected and abandoned by their partner. They are quite demanding. The anxious-ambivalent attachment. The anxious-ambivalent. People with anxious attachment are usually needy. They are anxious and have a low self-esteem. They want to be close with others, but are afraid that people don't want to be with them. As a child, your parents probably were inconsistent. They may have responded sometimes. Over time, they may have been distracted or just not there. You may have felt anxious and unsure and felt like parents were all over the place. Anxious-avoidant attachment. The anxious-avoidant. People with the anxious-avoidant attachment are the opposite of needy. Instead of wanting to be emotionally close, they avoid connection with others. They may rely on themselves, crave freedom, and find emotion to be difficult. Your parents were probably unavailable as a child. They may have rejected your need and emotion, and you learned to withdraw and smooth yourself. You learned to avoid closeness, or maybe never knew what it felt like and how to avoid it altogether. The disorganized attachment. The disorganized. People with the attachment style don't feel they deserve love. They usually have an intense fear which may come from a childhood trauma, abuse, and neglect. If you have this attachment style, you may have had a caregiver who ignored your need or had chaotic behavior that was scary and traumatizing. They may have had their own emotional problems. The impact of anxious attachment. Having an anxious attachment can make it difficult to cope with stress and change. You may have trouble with romantic relationship, friendship, and other relationship. Anxious or disorganized attachment are more likely to happen from trauma, neglect, early separation from a parents, long hospitalization, inconsistency in a parenting and emotional response, a caregiver with depression, a caregiver with addiction, and an inexperienced mother. If you had trouble in early childhood as an adult, you may not trust others. You may have anxious attachment if you are afraid of emotion, intimacy, and emotional closeness. Want to pull away when a person gets needy, are independent and don't need others, disregard other people's feelings, may not have boundaries, are needy and clingy, become obsessed or overly fixated on someone, crave intimacy but can't trust others, are anxious or jealous when you are away from a partner. It's important to remember that an anxious attachment doesn't always mean you are in love as a child. It means that you didn't receive all the emotional response that you needed. Your personality and other life experience may have also played a role. I want to talk a bit about the secure attachment, people with a secure attachment. Because some people understand that people with a secure attachment, they are the best to get involved with. And they are really. They have healthy boundary, they have clear guideline in their mind what they want, what they will take, what they will not take. So yeah, they're really the best to look for in a partner that have a secure attachment style. But the thing is, if a person with a secure attachment style get involved with someone that have anxious, avoidant, or disorganized, or anxious-avoidant attachment style, this will affect the attachment style the person have. For example, if a secure attachment style person get involved with an anxious person, and sometimes those attachment styles do not reveal themselves straight away. You could be meeting someone and be secure, have a secure attachment style and a secure attitude as well with yourself. So you have a high self-esteem, you are balanced, you're stable, everything is okay with you in your life. At least at some percentage that we can say that you have a healthy relationship with yourself and with others. And then you go out there and start to date someone. Their attachment style do not get disclosed straight away. You could be involved with somebody with anxious, avoidant attachment style that look secured, confident, wanting a relationship, knowing what they want. So you get involved with them. And then when you get involved with them, there's another attachment that takes place. Who's the attachment between the couple? It's hard to leave a partner when you have formed an attachment with them. So sometimes people are not aware of those attachment style to exist, and they are secure and they get involved with someone, and they slowly experiencing some issues. I don't know if some of you are familiar with the story of the frog. Well, it's an experiment of the frog that you put a frog in a hot water, in a cold water, in a pan, and you slowly put the fire on. While the frog is not jumping, the temperature of the water change. Because when he got to the pan, the temperature of the water was cold, and slowly it's raising up. To the end, the frog get burned and boiled in that water because the temperature was slowly raised. So it's the same thing here in our life. We get involved with a partner that show confidence, that show they want a relationship, that show we can trust them, they are reliable, they are stable. And then slowly we experience some weird situation. It goes slowly, not suddenly, because anybody that gets something suddenly, they can go. They will go. But when it's slowly and it's mixed with, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not okay, you know? And you want straight away, some of us will not straight away just focus on what's going on, who's not okay. So we develop an attachment with them in the relationship. And then later, if we are aware of this attachment style, we see that we get involved with somebody anxious. And somebody anxious will accuse us of cheating, will call us all the time, will get anxiety when they don't know where we are. They will look to us. If you are secure or we are avoidant, involving ourselves with somebody anxious, they will look to us like they are unstable after some time, very unstable, very insecure, very has no confidence. And the worst, if I was involved with someone that actually turned out to have an avoidant personality, attachment style. But when I met this person, I was secure. But the avoidant people, they will do something that will provoke you to change, to lose balance and lose confidence, and you become the perfect partner for an avoidant is an anxious. Despite it doesn't look perfect, it is the perfect match. And you get involved with an avoidant as a secure person, somehow, click, they manage to turn your attachment style to be anxious. And for somebody who has an anxious attachment style, they may have been okay. And now they meet in an avoidant person with an attachment style. And they get provoked faster to become this highly anxious person, very annoying person, very insecure person, very crazy person, because they will look crazy to the avoidant. And even to the secure, from the moment you get involved as a secure person, where those attachment styles, the anxious, the avoidant, person, the avoidant anxious or the ambivalent, your attachment style can be affected. So I want to point this out because many people out there think if an avoidant or an anxious person or an ambivalent get involved with a secure person, then they will be okay. Think about it. How can it be okay? You cannot be okay for a healthy person to get involved with someone with a toxic behavior. You won't be okay. The only way a secure person can be okay if they are involved with somebody that is healthy, that has a secure attachment. But a secure person that gets involved with any of those will be affected because they are very dramatic energy, toxic energy. An anxious person after some time will get to stress out. If you try to make it work, after some time you become avoidant because you're like, this person is accusing me, is going crazy, doesn't have any trust. It does affect the relationship. So you will change your attachment style. Now, if you're a secure person and you get involved with an avoidant, that one day you're close and everything is great and you're having a good time and you think really the relationship is very secure and safe and close, and then the next day you have this partner that somehow mentions something that cause concern and affect the trust. So you pulling away and you may become anxious to ask them question what's going on here, and the avoidant they are, pull away further because you gave them a reason to pull away further. So for them, you are the problem. They are not the problem. You see, it's very problematic to try to have a relationship with the insecure attachment style. It can be the anxious, the avoidant, the ambivalent, the anxious-avoidant. You are going to be having a hard time to have a healthy relationship. I also want to give the example of people that meet a partner and the partner say, I don't want a relationship, and this other person get excited and still wait for them and still chase them. What do you think is going on here? While the person that said they don't want a relationship may be an avoidant, and then suddenly that person that chasing may be an anxious, because all who can happen here is one person is going to run, and not give what the other person want, and the other person will get stressed, anxious, and worried. So the dynamic of an avoidant and anxious relationship is happening. Somebody with a secure attachment style, if they want to be with someone and the person say, I don't want a relationship, what they will do, they will say, okay, take care, and I understand, I give you the space, and they go sort themselves out. They move on with their life. But not many people does that. So it seemed to me that many people fall in this category of having an insecure attachment style because of the level of the drama we have right now in our relationship, in our society. I give an example of the dating app Tinder. Many people there straight away say, I want sex. They don't want to be attached. They want to be involved with no string attached, because they're fearing to be attached to someone. It's not even because they don't like you or who you are, or they it's sometimes it's scary to attach to someone, especially when you don't know who or what are you attaching yourself to? So it's important knowing that this attachment style out there that exists, to take our time before we get involved with someone, to look, to ask questions, and to also look how we are inside, because we may not know our attachment style. And yes, getting involved with other people may affect our attachment style with ourselves. Yes. But knowing the attachment style of somebody else when you get attached to them, it's not going to be easy to just pull away. So it's very important to take our time when we meet someone to little bit see how they're behaving. If you're always chasing the person and at the start they is responding a bit or they are not really involved, doesn't matter what attachment style they have. If you are clear, you have clarity with yourself, what you want and don't want. Many people out there that go to those dating has no clear criteria what they want and what they would not want. So they stay in something that doesn't look good for them, that's not going to provide them what they are looking for. So in order for us to be able to not enter in a toxic relationship with someone from the insecure attachment, we must need to take the time to know the person and also to know ourselves. So that was my message today for all of you. Those attachment styles exist. Each of us has it. And we can really get messed up by getting involved with people with a difficult attachment style and a difficult personality. Yes, some of us can get really flourishing and happy and in love, and also talking about that when someone has a toxic attachment, there's something toxic about them. At the first, the sex will be high, the attraction will be crazy, and everything that is physical will be very, very intense. It will be very, very hard to want to escape that. They get you really knocked in first. You're knocked in and bam, the attachment get done, and then you're now discovering who that person is. The more intense the attraction at the start with someone, the more likely the problem you're gonna have. It's crazy, isn't it? Because being attracted to someone is great. It's make you feel alive. But sometimes a strong sexual attraction toward a partner could be the indication of a very bad, toxic relationship that is coming into your life. It's not always the case. Most of the time it is. Okay? So guys, I leave you with this, with those information. I hope those information are going to help you. I hope you're going to take notice of them, because your attachment style, it's important also to know the attachment style of your partner, the person that you want to date, the person that you fell in love with. Yes, that person. But that person can also later bring you a lot of pain, suffering, unstable life, and stress. Surely none of us will sign up for this if we knew this at the start. But many of us get to those kind of relationships because we are involved with people who has some issue. And I'm not saying it's not impossible to work with those issues, but sometimes it's not worth the headache. I will make another video about how some of us can date some of those people and work with them because how we are in a relationship also affects the other. So we both have to look how we are dealing with the situation if we want to be together. Because the reality is there are more people out there with an insecure attachment than a secure attachment. So we cannot reject everybody if that is the majority of people. Okay? So guys, if you like this video, give a massive big like you always do. Okay? I rely on you. And subscribe so you can see this kind of video and get the information that will help you to build a better version of yourself in your life. Okay? I'm Alicia. This is Brighter Life Institute, and I wish you a very good day. Bye!